Well, hey, good morning and welcome to the Morning Report. My name is Willie Lawson, and the Morning Report is a production of fightbackmedia.com, 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 and fightbackmediatv.com. I trust that you are well this Friday morning. You made it to Friday. Congratulations. You did it. You did it. And you didn't hurt anybody, did you? It was a fun week. I think the weekend is going to be fun too. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis announced his 2024 presidential candidacy a couple days ago. We knew that it was going to happen. We knew that it was coming, and he announced it on a thing called Spaces on Twitter. And yeah, the first 15 to 20 minutes of it didn't go well. It was pre-recorded, and it was an interview with him and Elon. And it didn't go well. I mean, the debut didn't go well. It took a while to get the technical bugs worked out, and so all of the DeSantis haters, the rhinos and the unhinged left, just went berserk. And because they need to latch on anything that isn't perfect, that happens with a candidate on the right or a person on the right. Anything that isn't absolutely pristine, they will blow up as to being this major league failure disaster. Well, they got it worked out. Over 700,000 people tuned into the event. Almost 1 million people got on Twitter to tune into this one event. So everybody's moved on from the glitches. Because quite frankly, DeSantis is everywhere. He's banked nearly $9 million in the first 24 hours of his campaign. And that's the deal, folks. That's what's important. Even with the rough technical start of the announcement, $9 million, almost $9 million was raised within the first 24 hours. It's incredible. And if you're wondering why is Donald Trump continuing to go after Ron DeSantis in the way that he's going to? It's because he knows that DeSantis, unlike Asia Hutchinson, has backing, has real live backing. There are people who want Ron DeSantis to be president, and they're willing to pay for it. They're willing to put their money where their mouths are. So here it is. Ron DeSantis, a Republican Florida, raked in $8.2 million in the first 24 hours following his announcement that he's running for president in 2024. Why it matters, this vast amount establishes DeSantis as the main challenger in the 2024 presidential rival former President Trump. It is more than President Biden raised in the same period in 2019. We kicked off his campaign, and Trump brought in $9.5 million in 6 weeks. It took Trump 6 weeks to get $9.5 million. It took Ron DeSantis less than 24 hours to get almost $9 million. A super PAC supporting Mr. DeSantis is planning a $200 million budget for the campaign. Funds are far harder to raise because they face a strict donation cap. The New York Times notes, between the lines, beating Republican presidential frontrunner Donald Trump in the GOP primary would be a Herculean task. It is going to be a tough task, and no one's saying that it isn't going to be. There are people who are dyed in the wool. They're forever Trumpers. Forever. You're never going to change their mind. And I think that that the governor knows that. You're never going to change their mind. They're going to say Trump or nobody, Trump or burn the damn thing to the ground. That's who they are. So it's going to be, unfortunately, some of the never Trumpers. Don't get happy. I don't like y'all either. It's going to be some of the Republicans like David Higgins on Twitter. David Higgins, follow D Higgins on Twitter. Let's see if I can get his uh, his handle. We had a lot of really good conversation yesterday or last night, early this morning. It's D Higgins 63 on Twitter, and just telling some great truth. And I really appreciate that. I really appreciate that. First of all, I'm not the only one. Let's see if I can find the tweet for you. He basically said that if you're a Republican and you've already made up your mind now, that's stupid. He didn't say it that way. He was much more diplomatic than me. But he was saying that the same thing that I've been saying. We really need to wait and look. And he's going to vote for Trump, but to be attacking, but to be attacking DeSantis in this way is ridiculous. He wrote this on Twitter. This is David Higgins. That's D Higgins 63. It is very childish for any Republican to declare they won't support DeSantis or any Republican in the general election. It reminds me of the stupid hashtag Never Trumpers who've been having a tantrum since 2016. You know who those people are. Those are the Lincoln Project people, right? It's ridiculous. He also tweeted this: I'm all in for Trump. If he doesn't win the primary, I will be devastated, but it won't stop me from rallying around the GOP candidate. I'm not scuttling the ship because my favorite captain goes down. That's called suicide. I love that. And he's a Trumper. He wants Trump to win. He's going to support Trump in the primaries. And if he doesn't win, then he'll go with the nominee. At this point, now it could change. It could change tomorrow. And this isn't a Fight Back Media endorsement of anybody. This is just a Willie Lawson endorsement. This doesn't have anything to do with Paul. Paul's his own man, can endorse whomever he wants, could endorse nobody if he chooses to, for the Swanson Report or anybody else that is associated with Fight Back Media Network. You understand? This is just me. This is just me. I'm going to support my governor, DeSantis. And if he doesn't, and if he doesn't end up the nominee, then I'll support the nominee, whomever that is. Whomever that is. Trump, you betcha. Not a problem. Okay? Just like the last time when here in this house, I supported Marco Rubio in the primary and then ended up supporting the eventual nominee, Donald Trump. I don't understand why this is so hard for some of you. I really don't understand why this is so tough for you. Write down in the comments why it's hard for you. I'd like to know whether you're watching this on YouTube or whether you're listening to this on whatever platform that you happen to be listening to, Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Castbox, Deezer, whatever you're listening to. I'd love to read the comments. Send me an email at fightbackmedia@gmail.com, fightsbackmedia@gmail.com. And if you're listening from outside the country, I'd love to get your viewpoint on all this. I'd love to get your perspective. Anyway, we got to get out of here and make room for somebody else. And so until we see you again, go out there and learn something, love somebody, and for goodness sakes, y'all take care of yourself. We will see you when we see you. Bye-bye now.